Now look, I know a lot of you guys probably thought I came from Japan. I have all these anime figures here. But actually, I don't want to be like a humble brag. I don't know what you're gonna call this. Basically, I want to do this video to just talk about where I came from. So I don't know if you want to say humble brag, whatever, but I feel like I came from, like, I don't know. It's just interesting. I just want to say where I came from. I seen this video that PewDiePie did. So I'm copying PewDiePie. Yes, I mean, big whoop. Big whoop, right? Everyone copies PewDiePie on YouTube. It doesn't matter. But this is really copying PewDiePie because I saw this video a long time ago and I thought it was a good idea. I always wanted to do it. It's an old video of his where we're gonna go to Google Maps and we're gonna go look at my hometown. And I'm just gonna talk about it and show you where I used to live. It sounds stupid when I'm saying it, but enjoy. Let's look at the humble beginnings of Bijuu McGee. Here it is, guys, where it all began. Humble brag. This is where I... Okay, I'm sorry. I don't live in Japan, all right? I just wish I did, that's all. I was born right in the sewer. I'm gonna take you to a place that's even more exciting. This is the first picture I get. Wow, this is amazing. A place called Wasco, California. A fantastic place. And it took me straight to the prison. Yes, Wasco. A place in California, in America, by the way, called Wasco. And it's a place where I don't even know what it's famous for. I think it's famous for roses? It's great. So great. Yeah, it got this water tower here. It always smelled like dead fish. It's really pleasant. Oh, well, apparently it's the headquarters of Tijon Indian Tribe of California. Wow. I mean, why? Why are they there? I guess, I don't know. I guess they've always been there. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna take you back to when I was born. Basically, the first memory I could ever remember is on this street. And wow, I actually have not seen this in years. Keep in mind that, like, anything that I show here, don't try to, like, if you know where it's at for whatever reason, don't try to go there because obviously I don't live there. I don't know who lives there. It's not me. So don't try it. Don't be stupid. Like, don't go knocking on people's door and ask them, is Bijuu right there? I am not responsible for anything that happens to you. Okay, don't. Holy crap. Like, it does, I almost don't even recognize it, but I do remember this church being on the corner. So that's still there. When was this taken? It's like, you can actually see when these pictures are. So this was in 2012. Oh my God, can I actually go back? Can I go back in time? I wonder if the house is even still there. Did they tear it down? They probably tore it down. It actually wasn't a bad house, but God, I don't know if I could find it. So I remember turning down this corner, right? You go down and it's like over here somewhere. Oh my God, can I not recognize my own house? Which one is it? It's one of these. I'm about to get like a flashback of memories right now, watch. Bro, oh my God, I haven't been here in years. Which one is it? I feel like it's right across the street from this one. Did they change they changed our house completely. I don't even recognize it. Yeah, because we had a tree, what the heck? All right, this isn't right. We need to go back. We need to do some YouTube rewind. Yeah. I want to say it's this one, but God, that looks so old now. All right, let's go to 2007. It still probably won't be old enough. I don't know. Is this it? I'm honestly like mad because I can't even, it's like a memory and I can't even recognize this place. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure it's this one. I don't know what they did to it though, but there used to be a tree right here and we had a trampoline. Now, obviously this was so long ago. It was back in the early 2000s, well, 1990s actually. So obviously, lots of things have changed. It could also be this one. I don't know, but they completely changed it. Yeah, we had a trampoline and like we had a tree that was planted here. And I remember jumping off. I remember getting hurt on that trampoline a lot because we play wrestling and like I would jump and there would be, for some reason we had like this wooden bench plank sort of deal around our tree and it wasn't fixed right and there was nails and I remember specifically jumping off of my trampoline onto a nail on the ground that went in my foot. Very fun times. That was my childhood right there. So, I mean, this house is really not that bad. Like it's a decent house, honestly, but it gets worse. This guy's just trying to take out his trash in 2007. I feel like it feels so old. Back in my day, like it looks like, honestly, it looks way older than 2007. In 1942, this is where I used to live. But yeah, crap, man. I haven't been here in years. Yeah, this is where we used to live. Fun fact, I don't think my parents just didn't pay for the house. They just said, nope, not gonna pay for it no more. So like, you guys, if you watch my Draw My Life and things like that, you know some of my story, how my parents got divorced and all that. That's where it all went down the toilet. Basically, me and my family, without my dad, we fled to Oregon. And I guess I don't know, like I don't know what happened. I guess they just skipped out on the rent, and I was like little, and then we came back, and then they after months, I think, they upgraded the house. Like someone bought it, they upgraded the crap out of it, put all kinds of new things in it, and guess what? Guess what my mom thought it was a good idea to do? Break in. Why? Because it was our house. We lived there. So therefore we claimed it. Dude, it was insane going back in that house. They broke the lock off the door. They went inside, and we basically moved back in for about one night until the neighbors called the cops on us because they're like, oh, the tweaker neighbors are back. So we had to have another plan, apparently. Like me being a little kid, I knew that was an awful, awful idea. And I remember saying, we shouldn't do this. Like, hey, I'm like 5 years old. Like, no, I probably wasn't that young. I was probably a little older, but I was like, hey, like maybe not. So yeah, cops came and we were out of there. But it's not like I had a choice, you know. I just kind of went with whatever I was doing, because that's what, you know, because your parents, it's messed up, because when your parents make bad decisions, you kind of just have to go with it. You could just picture that. Anyway, doesn't look anything like what I remembered. So you're probably wondering, where did we go next? Well, I might not remember all the details. Well, this is a lovely road. I might not remember all the details, but I can tell you where I lived next in this town, because this is where I mostly grew up. Not where I was born. I was born in another city, but that was just where the hospital was. I came back here, don't worry. They brought me back. Like, this is on the borderline of basically the ghetto of this place. Like, this place was okay, but literally right around the corner, it got pretty bad. So I'll consider myself lucky for the time that we had it, and also the 5 minutes that we stayed in the house while it was upgraded. It was sweet. Oh my god, wow, what a change. This looks a lot brighter. Cameras. Yeah. So if you take a look over here, here's the park where, you know, we used to come and just, like, I guess, hang around. And this is a cool park just because they had the public pool. As you can see, there's a playground and then there's a public pool. I remember we had a field trip one time, and you know why I have freckles? Do you know why I have freckles on my shoulders and my arms and things like that? More than I probably already did back then when I was little. It's because we went on a field trip at school, and we came to this pool, and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna walk home. But I didn't go that way. I didn't go to my house we lived before. Remember, we got evicted, basically. I ended up going that way to my other place, but I decided to not wear a shirt or have sunscreen, because as a little kid, I didn't know how sunscreen worked. I didn't understand it. I just didn't understand this new technology. And so I got majorly sunburned. The worst sunburn I've ever had in my life. Blisters. I'm talking, it was very bad. So yeah, I don't think I can go in there, but yeah, just know there's a public pool there, and that was fun. It was fun swimming. And this is where people play baseball, but I did it because I never played sports. Let me show you where I spent most of my childhood. And once you see it, it's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna be like, wow, you lived in a mansion? I'd be like, yeah, humble brag. So this is the house that I used to live in for most of my childhood. This is the house where I lived in. I know, it looks awful, right? Wait, no, not this one. The one behind it. Let me go just some Will Smith YouTube rewind here. No, this is the house that we lived in. Yeah, it's the same spot. It's the same exact spot. That is where I lived. Oh, I don't understand what happened here. Here's a better angle. It's hard to see because it's so small, but yeah, and the picture's bad because this was back in 2007. I don't know, maybe we can go like a year or two later, but yep, this was our I don't know why we had such a big lot. Like, look at it. It's huge. It's like a regular size house, and a front yard and backyard should have been there, but instead they decided to put a little box back there. And that's where we lived. That was where basically we grew up most of the times, and some of the most loveliest memories were spent in this home. You can see it better from the alley, actually. That's honestly, this is more of the backyard than even though it's a front yard, it's more of the backyard than anything. If I was able to go in the alley, you'd be able to see it a little better. I wonder if we can get an aerial view. But like, this was like all dead grass, just with stickers, just so many stickers. Every time I got a bike, I run it through here, it would just instant flat tire. So this isn't up to date. I think this is actually this year. This is the place. You see, normal size house, and then there's this, and then literally, not even joking with you, next door, like 10 feet away is a mansion. I got basically reminded of what we didn't have every single day, just staring out my window. Now, okay, I'm not saying, oh, pity me. I like, actually, this is a better part of town than what we lived in before. And I honestly didn't care that we lived in a small place back then, okay? I know this sounds like one of those freaking true story animations, but I really didn't matter. So this wasn't there. I don't know how to go back in time though. And I mean, I'm sure we had it better than so many other people. You know, we had a place to live, right? That's all you can ask for. As long as you have a nice place, a decent, okay place, a place to live. I gotta correct myself. Just a place. No, well, honestly, I was thankful. Oh wait, no, I take it back. That's not it. This is the. Did they expand it? What the heck is this? I don't remember it being that big. What the heck? Never mind, I was confused. We still could see the house, but I think that's where we were. I was very confused. It's just addresses are stupid. So I guess whenever we moved out, we never left anything in a good position. So I guess probably whenever we moved out, they just decided, hey, we're gonna build a house to cover this one. An actual proper house, and good for them. That's what they should have done, because this is so out of place. Everything else like looks like a yard sorta, but then there's this. Yeah, it sucks. I can't get the satellite images of like overhead, but oh well. Is that someone driving a golf cart? Yeah, so one of my best friends lived here, and we had a trampoline, and we always had a trampoline. I don't know why we did though. That was like the thing to do, and we would be jumping on the trampoline like right here, and that's when my friend who lived here saw us, and him his like 8 brothers came to my house, and that's how I met one of my best friends that I still am friends with today. So that was kind of cool, you know. It was great. I have so many good times. Like honestly, like I kind of miss some of these times, to be honest. Yeah, there's that really big house, which I actually met a girl there. We used to walk home from school together. I know it sounds so adorable and stuff like that, but it wasn't like that. It never went anywhere, guys, okay? And I was also friends with her brother, and like I just remember going in there like, wow, I thought that they were Bill Gates. So as you can plainly see, they got such a nice place. I was gonna see if you could see it from back here, but trying to look, but I can't. All the nicer houses are covering it. I wanted to show you guys the paint that we spilled in the alley, but I couldn't. Honestly, there's like nothing to do in this town. I think the coolest we actually did. I'm glad we lived on this side of the town because I was in walking distance to Burger King. All right, and oh, I got another story for you guys. I would always go to this Burger King because it's so close, right? They had these cheese sticks. Whenever I had just like a few bucks, you know, that maybe my mom would give me, she'd let go of, I would come over here and get some cheese sticks on my bike. Most of the time without a shirt, because I was a little tweaker kid back then, and we were going down. I was going down here, eating my cheese sticks on with my handlebars. You know the song, I could ride my bike with no handlebars? Well, basically I was doing that exact same thing, but with cheese sticks in my hand because I was so cool. And so I was eating my cheese sticks. And sure enough, as I was going down, I guess I was going too slow because my handlebars went out of control. I went out of control and I basically ran through this fence, and I actually crashed through someone's fence. Like the door just swung open, I guess. I ran into the door and it just swung open. I guess I broke their lock. I don't know. I think they had some cheap locks, but I flew right through. And thank God there was no one in the backyard because I was just a little old Michael on his bike, just laying on the floor with my cheese sticks just spread everywhere. I was like really sad about that because those cheese sticks were so good. And I looked around and I was like, holy crap. And I got back up, got on my bike, and I rode away without my cheese sticks. So like this is a really busy like highway that a lot of truckers go through. A lot of people have to go through to get to like important places, you know, to get through here. You get through the unimportant places to get to the important places. So there's like a ton of traffic. I remember always seeing like tanks, like even army stuff going through here. Like, so it's a really busy highway. So that's why I got all these gas stations. This is where I come before school and get some freaking hot Cheetos in the morning for like $1. And then every kid would be your best friend and ask you for hot Cheetos. So yeah, we'd come here and then I would walk to school all the way down the street. We got McDonald's. And okay, so there's a Starbucks over there, but get this. That wasn't there. I swear, every time I move away from some place, whether it be a school, like, you know, whenever I graduated and went to a different school, they always upgraded as soon as I left. Like, and I'm talking like major upgrades, like upgrades they haven't had, like they haven't upgraded these things in like so many years, like decades, until I leave and then they get new stuff. So now that I don't live here anymore, you know, it's been so many years, but now they got Starbucks. So this is in 2018. Let's take it back, rewind once again.
It's rewind time.
This is what it used to look like. No Starbucks. And this is the old McDonald's though. They really upgraded that, but this looks almost identical. I mean, most things do. Ooh, I wonder if we can find the Blockbuster. My other favorite place, which is home to a lot of games where I borrowed and we didn't return. Because like, I mean, honestly, think about it. Giving a kid a game to rent who doesn't understand the concept of renting is an awful idea because they just keep it. That's what I did. I would just keep the games. I'm like,
ooh, games. You want me to give it back? Excuse you?
So there's a T-Mobile store there, and the Pizza Hut's basically, as far as I remember, was always there. But there used to be another gym there. Oh my God, you can't see it. Literally the tree's covering it. But there was a Blockbuster right there. It's like they're trying to erase it from time. Maybe 2007 is actually probably still too late. Maybe it wasn't actually there. Yeah, I think 2007 is still probably too early or late. Oh wait, you can kind of see it. It's like the remnants of the Blockbuster that was there. That's where I got like so many of my games that I like was my favorite games of all time, and just pretty much my only way to play games on my GameCube, or whenever we had a GameCube. And I had a lot of consoles, but my mom would take them back. We were poor, that's all I can say. So basically down the street, this is where I come to get turned, guys. Pizza Factory, what the heck? Is that what it is now? For some reason, this is always a pizza place though. There's a million different ones that's been here, but it's always been a pizza place. It used to be called 2 for 1, and they had an arcade right here. That's where I went, and I came, and I kid you not, I would go in there with zero money, no money. Remember, I told you we had no money. You've seen our house. But I'd go in there, and I would just find quarters. And sometimes I'd find so many quarters, and I would spend like hours upon hours in this place. And I started with absolutely nothing, just looking for change on the ground. And so I'd play like Metal Slug, Dance Dance Revolution, Mortal Kombat, Marvel vs. Capcom. It was so fun. This was like just the thing to do. I always was here. We got Taco Bell over there, which is still there as far as I know. And this is where Save Mart was before they shut it down. And I'm telling you, that thing was there for years, and now there's no Save Mart there. Yeah, it's Coquina. What the heck is Coquina? See, there it is, Save Mart. And guys, let me show you another ancient relic. Okay, we did have a Rite Aid. That was the place to get ice cream. But over here, that's a Kmart. You know what a Kmart is? And like I said, when I leave, guess what they build? A freaking Walmart. There's a Walmart. Imagine if I would have had a Walmart. Like, that was something that you could only, like, there was no Walmart here. If you get to go to Walmart, that was like amazing. But no, look, it's a ghost town over here. But this is where I came, and this is where it was just so cool because you can go to Kmart and you can play video games there because they had like the displays, you know? Man, that was the place to go. And that's where you can go look at toys that you can't afford. But, or, you know, a lot of people would steal too from there. And I never knowingly took part in that. You know, I'm just saying a lot of other kids did it. Oh, wait. Here we go. 2007. As you can see, that's when there was actually still people going there. But yeah, this is Kmart, and bam, Orchards. This is basically how I live. What? Where's Walmart? What the heck? Oh, he left? He left the town? He moved? Okay, let's upgrade. Come on, upgrade. We're pouring all of our money. Bring all the good stuff. But you don't believe me that they upgrade everything as soon as I leave? Okay, all right, here's another example. Here's the high school that I went to in Wasco. Honestly, it was a good school. Like, look at this auditorium. That auditorium is like really fancy actually, and for some reason they had a pretty cool school. Like, look at this office. They have like a bunch of buildings back here and things like that. And look at this cafeteria. Okay, let me go back. Let me go there. Look how huge this thing is. That is not the cafeteria I went to. Watch this. Let's go back. Let's rewind again. The interesting part about this is this was when I went to the school. So this is the time. Boom, boom, it's gone. What the heck? It just disappeared. It's like they knew I was there. See, auditorium's still there. Nice, fancy cafeteria. Not there. Not there at all. But I will say, the one thing that we did get in this school while I was there is that if you notice, there was no fence around the school at all. During lunchtime, we were able to leave and we can go anywhere our hearts desire to go get lunch. We can leave and go to Burger King, you know? We can go to Kmart if you wanted to. I don't know why you would, because that's too far, but hey, some people did it, you know? And so this is what it looked like when I went to school. Look at the office. You notice the office? Bijuu Max gone. Okay. All right, let's press up. Let's press upgrade. Bam. Apparently someone hit the lottery and just put all the money in the school. Poor kids probably running around the school for a lap. I remember I did that, but I was a lot more overweight back then. Yeah, they are. They're running the freaking mile right now. So I guess they probably never changed that. The mile was running one lap around the entire school. So it was a pretty big lap. They're a bunch of slaves now. You can't leave. They stopped letting people leave and they just locked them in there. So I was really glad to not be a part of that. They started putting the fence up before I left. I didn't get to participate in any other of the fancy stuff, but I did get to leave. And that is arguably more better. So like, for some reason this high school was really weird and we had a bunch of classes on this side, so you had to cross the street. And I kid you not, here, let's go back as early as I can. So I had a computer class that was like way the heck over here on the other side. I don't know, I can't go over there and show you, but it was like behind these buildings, like pretty far out there. And my opposite class was all the way across the school. All the way across the school. So every time I went to my computer class, which was there, because it took me so long and I had to stop and maybe go to my locker, things like that. Most of the time I just carried my books and broke my back because I wanted to get a computer. But they overstaffed the classroom. And so by the time I traveled this whole distance, and keep in mind, I wasn't very fit. Once I finally got there and hopefully there wasn't any traffic, I would either be late and then they would just have no computers left. And literally I just had to sit there. I'm like, I can't actually do, how you gonna expect me to get any kind of grades at all if I can't even do work? You had to have a computer to work in the class. And no one would share. Some bullcrap. I just don't understand. But bet you they got computers now, don't they? Bet you they give everyone iPads. Watch, they're one of those schools. It's a bullcrap, man. It really brings me back. Oh my God, is that a UFO? So there you have it, guys. That's, you know, it's obviously not everything. I could have told probably a million more stories, but that was essentially where I grew up at. And yeah, let me know down in the comments, how was it like growing up in your hometown? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? I mean, even though like I feel like it was rough growing up in our circumstances that we had, like I look back and I don't regret any of it at all. Like I was glad that I had that kind of like childhood, and just like in some ways I miss it sometimes. I don't know why. It's really, really weird. You know, I'm very thankful, and I don't miss having nothing, but I do like, I don't know, there was just something that was fun about it. That's really weird. But anyway, I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully this wasn't too stupid and or too long, but either way, guys, subscribe if you want more random stuff like this. And thanks PewDiePie for your idea, okay? And I'll see you scrubs in the next one. Bye, guys.